Hey guys, this is how we will connect a Omron PLC using Sysmac Studio to a Beijer HMI in iX Developer. So to get started in Sysmac Studio, usually whenever I do an HMI, I like to use a data type to represent the HMI to keep the data tidy. So from here, we will create a data type, go to data types, structures. We're going to call it the HMI so we can refer to HMI later. Control I to enter a couple types. We'll just keep it simple. We'll do start cycle, stop cycle. And we're going to make a couple integers to keep track of which screen is displaying on the HMI so we can change it if and when we need. Very useful for like splash screens. And these will be integers. All right, in our main program here, again, keep it. Oh, I'm sorry. We got to create our HMI variable. HMI, which will be the type of the HMI. And we will need to publish this. So click on publish only, which will expose the tags, which we'll need later for the HMI. So in the program, let's just do start cycle. Create a do run variable. This will be a set. Again, illustrative purposes only. This is probably poor actual practice. And stop cycle will reset. All right, now to handle some screen changes, what we'll do, I'm just going to make a debug variable. I just like to prefix these with db. Call it set screen. And we will. So we're going to see if the screen does not equal the one we want to show. So if the screen it does not equal, we're going to use 1. Then we will move the value of 1 into the new screen ID. So basically we do our debug variable. If our screen ID is not 1, we will move 1 to the new screen ID, which will set it to 1 in the HMI. So one of the kind of caveats about this is the screen will only change when new screen ID changes value. What that means is if you're on the HMI and you're moving through screens, current screen will update, but if you never changed the value of new screen ID, you'll never be able to reset it. So if this always stays 1, we'll never be able to get back to 1 again using this logic here. Therefore, we need to keep the new screen ID updated with the current screen. So if we're not trying to set the screen, we'll do another move, but this time we will take current screen ID and set it to new screen ID. So this makes sure that whenever we try to set the ID, we'll get a new value into new screen ID. So that's all we got to do in the PLC for now. We got our start, stop, and our screen changes. So remember in global, because we did publish, actually let me show you if you don't do publish and you try to export your global variables, this is grayed out. You can't do it. So go to publish, tools, export. CX Designer is what we're looking for. And it says it just copies everything to the clipboard, so that's cool. All right, just create a text file, call it tags, and we will paste those newly copied values. This is our data type we created. Save, close. Okay, now in iX Developer, we are creating a new project. So just for this video, do an X2 Pro 7. we will select the Omron controller, and Ethernet IP is the protocol we want. Next. That's fine. Leave it just as this for testing, so it's cool. Finish. So first things first, to import our tags, go to the tags drop down over here. Go to import. Import tags to controller. Find the text file we created. This is just don't mess with this. This is what you're going to import. And these are all the tags. So we created our data type, HMI. If you had other types, it'll just be in the list here. And this is all the members of the HMI data type. We want everything, so that's cool. So in order to get our screen change to work, we need system tags from the buyer. So we go to this add system tag, scroll down, we get current screen ID, cool. And then add system tag, new screen ID. And by the way, there's a bunch of cool tags in here you can use, so feel free to peruse. And we need to assign the system tags to the tags in our PLC. So it kind of created them here. We're going to reassign them. So current screen ID down here, new screen ID down here. Then we can just delete these, don't need them anymore. And this is the just sample tag they created. So this is what we want it to look like. We have our start cycle, stop cycle, and our screen IDs. Wonderful. Now for our screens, let's open this one up. This will be, we'll just call this main screen. Screen ID will be 1. And we'll create another screen, which we'll get clever and call it screen 2 with screen ID of 2. Alright, so back on screen 1, which by the way, it's highlighted in a green box, which means it's the startup screen. If you right click, you can do set a startup screen. That becomes it. We want screen 1 though. And to differentiate, we'll just call this screen 1. We'll copy this, go to screen 2, so we know. Back on screen 1, let's do our start cycle, do stop cycle, and we'll make a button for go to screen 2. Alright, start cycle. So to get this working, we'll make our tag. So instead of like a period, you do HMI underscore, not period, that won't work. You do underscore start cycle. And in Beijer, there isn't a momentary button, so you have to do a mouse down event and then a mouse up event. And on mouse down, we will set our tag. Means turn it on. And then we'll create another action for mouse up, which will reset our tag. And the same one. So now mouse down sets it, mouse up resets it, so we get a momentary button. And just so we don't have to do all that again, we're just going to copy this button, call it stop cycle. And then up here, let's go to my stop, copy this, go down here, enter, go down here, enter. So now we have a start cycle, toggles the tag, stop cycle, toggles the tag, and go to screen 2. So click, we will do screen, show screen, and we want to show screen 2. Cool. Okay, now to test this in our PLC, we will go online, we will download the project. Okay, let's open up our main page. Make sure if you're not in run mode, you turn it to run mode so we get the green here. And in IX Developer, we will go to project run. So if you had an actual HMI, you do download and it'll download it to the HMI. Simulate does not do any like communication. So if we do run, we can actually communicate with the simulator of the HMI to our actual PLC. Okay, so we have an error on station 1, no communication, so I need to set the IP. Forgot to do that. So exit out of here, go to Tags, Controllers, Settings, Stations, and this needs to be the IP of our PLC. In this case, it's 192.168.250.1, which we can see in our Ethernet IP settings here. This is our address. So I will apply, OK, run. Cool. Bring up our PLC. Okay, so now if we do start cycle, we can see we got our green bar turning on run mode, stop cycle, stops it. And if we go to screen 2, look at our current screen is 1. We know this is screen 1 right here, screen 1. Current screen is 1. We're setting it to our new screen ID. So we'll go to screen 2. This updates. And if we turn this on, let me find a good way to do this. All right, so we do our debug, set screen, and we will go back to screen 1 here. And like I was saying before, when we turn this off, that's fine. So now it's setting our current ID to our new screen ID. If we did not change new screen ID when we went to screen 2, and this stayed as 1, when we turned this on, this value would not have changed, and we would not actually get our screen. So it needs to see the change in new screen ID. So when we go back here, we'll go back to screen 1.